Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Eskow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
Looking for the
inside track on everything sports, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Sports World Radio, the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with your hosts, Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. I am your host, Jeff Eskow. We got a super jam-packed for you guys again. Another jamming show for you guys again, like we have each and every day here on Sports World Radio. Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you just happen to live in the Central,
figure it out.
That's right. Figure it out for yourself. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll bring Sean in, and we'll get on with this show. Like I said, this is Sports World Radio on SportsWorldRadio.com. We have a chat room over there. If you're listening to us on Spreaker, head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com and hang out in the chat room with us over there. That's where we're all hanging out. And that's where we'll all be hanging out for every single show on SportsWorldRadio.com. Speaking of SportsWorldRadio.com, you guys want to be able to listen to every single conversation that me and the guys have during the commercial breaks? Want to get the inside track? Want to be a fly on the wall? Want to know what we're talking about during the commercial breaks? Want to hear some funny stuff? Want to hear some ranting? Well, then, you need to head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. That's sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. You can head on over there, just click on the Sports Short tab, and pick a month. And you could pay per view, you could pay for a whole month, or you could pay for a whole year in advance. Up to you. That's at sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. Check it out. New site. It's kick-ass. You guys are going to love it. There's several ways to get in touch with us here during the show on Sports World Radio, and I'm going to tell you all of them right now. The best way to get in touch with us, and the easiest way, is to pick up your phone and dial 619-663-3715. That's 619-663-3715. You don't want to call? You want to Skype? Hey, guess what? You can Skype us too. Skype us at Sports World Radio Show. That's Sports World Radio Show on Skype. Anytime you want, just give us a call. We're always available during the show. Facebook.com/Sports World Radio. That's Facebook.com/Sports World Radio. Like our Facebook page. And when you do that, there's a petition pinned right to the top of the page. It's for me, Jeff Eskow, to be in a sports debate with Skip Bayless. Let's make it happen. So like our Facebook page at Facebook.com/Sports World Radio, and then sign our petition to get me in a sports debate with Skip Bayless. That will go a long way. Also, while you're doing that, head on over to Twitter and follow us on Twitter as well at twitter.com/Sports World Radio. It's really easy. Type Sports World Radio and you'll find us. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. What do you say we bring in that co-host of ours, Mr. Sean Mann, the update man? What's going on there, you rat bastard?
I'm doing good, Jeff. Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio. It is October 1st, 2015. It's 6:07 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:07 p.m. on the West. Weather right now is about 67 degrees out here in Hayden, Idaho. How are you, Jeff, and how's the weather out there, bud?
Weather's beautiful out here. It's kind of nice outside today. I just turned the air conditioner off before we went live on the air. Mm-hmm. Keep it kind of cold in here. If it gets hot in here, I'll turn that bitch on. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
That's how we roll here in San Diego. Gets hot, we turn the AC on. Gets cold, which never does, we turn the heater on.
There you go. That's how you have to do it.
That's how we rock and roll here.
How you doing in, let's see, the AC is off, doing well in general?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm just chilling out, relaxing, taking it easy. I was up really early. I went to bed really late, and I was up really early. Did some shopping, got the groceries done. That's done for the whole week. We're taken care of. Don't have to worry about it. I got some things done I needed to get done this morning. That's why I was up early. You know me, I don't like getting up early neither.
I know, I don't like it either, but that's the way we have to roll.
The way the cookie crumbles, my friend.
Yeah, the way it does. All right, as you know, it's 8 minutes after the hour. We got a lot of stuff to get into for the Sports World Radio. As you know, Frank is coming in second hour. We got Thursday night football. There's a big game tonight. It'll be the Steelers taking on the Ravens tonight. I'm sure we will all be getting into that game.
Yeah, we'll be making our picks in the second hour of our show, with the last 15 minutes of the show. What's up there, my buddy Morgan? Morgan J. Ingram. Nice guy. This really cool guy, Morgan. Really cool guy.
Good to see you there, Morgan. Let's see,
Jeff.
You
know where he lives, Sean?
Where?
Take a guess. He lives on the East Coast. Take a guess, and it's not New York, so I'll give you that much.
Boston.
No, I knew you were going to say that. I should have said it's not New York and not Boston.
Okay.
I should have said
All right. I'll take one more guess.
Okay.
Philadelphia.
No, he lives in Atlanta, ATL.
Oh, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you there, bud.
He
nice
lives in the ATL, man. The ATL. Yeah.
We have a Ryan Stick-a-Blazing update.
Oh,
Ryan Stick-a-Blazing says that Jeff Eskow is arguably the worst sports broadcaster ever. He doesn't know anything about radio. He should just remove himself and be done.
Well, first of all, Mr. Ryan, first thing is first. Say that sentence again that he said, I'm not a what?
He says you are one of the worst sports broadcasters ever. You should just quit.
Okay. The key words in those sentences, in that sentence right there, is sports broadcaster. I'm not a sports broadcaster. You're absolutely correct. I'm not, douchebag. You know what I am? I'm a radio host, you dummy.
And he even says, what Josh told me, I'll rephrase that. He actually says you're the worst host for sports talk.
Well, see now.
Stu Gotts is way better than you.
Hey, anybody that wants to listen to anybody that talks like this for 4 hours, go right ahead.
There's no way I'm listening to that for 4 hours. There's just no way.
Ryan Stick-a-Blazing can't because he finds them very appealing.
Hey, listen, Ryan. I'll take you on any day, any time in a sports debate. Listen, hey, Morgan, check this out. You're going to love this, Morgan. This guy that we're talking about, Ryan, I got him fired from his real job. He was pushing around my producer, being mean to my producer at my producer's real job, and I didn't like about it, so I talked about it on the air. The next day, the guy got fired from his real job. So he comes in here every day and bashes me because I got him fired from his real job. Don't screw with me.
True.
You know what, Ryan? I know you're listening to the show. Deep down inside, my friend, where you have a real feeling or something, you love the show. That's why you keep coming back. Move on, Sean.
All right, we move to the first story of the day. With the NBA just a few weeks away, the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors may not have Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr has come out and says that he will have back surgery and he will take a indefinite leave for a while. No timetable on his return, Jeff, for the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Were you looking at my computer 20 minutes ago?
No, I was not.
Because I was reading that exact story 20 minutes ago. About 10 minutes before we went on the air, I was reading it. I put it in my favorites so we can talk about it, and you busted it out on me already, you rat bastard. What the hell's going on with you?
I don't know.
You know what I find really funny about that article? Okay? Actually, not funny. The shocking part of that article is?
What?
You know who's taking over for him, right?
I was...
Luke Walton. Luke Walton. Bill Walton's son.
Oh, yes, Bill Walton's son, yes.
Bill Walton's son's going to be taking over. He's the assistant coach. If Alvin Gentry didn't take the New Orleans job, he would be the coach right now. But since Alvin Gentry took the New Orleans Pelicans job, Luke Walton got promoted to first assistant. So now that Kerr's taking a leave of absence, Luke Walton will be the head coach of the Golden State Nuggets. Golden State's praying that freaking Kerr gets back soon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, what ended up happening is during
he had two back surgeries. He had two back surgeries over the summer, And he really hasn't had time to heal yet, and he just had one in September. So he's trying to get better. Listen, if the guy needs to sit out the whole what do they call it? Pre-training, training camp, whatever the hell they call
Training
it.
camp and preseason.
Preseason. If he's got to sit out the whole preseason to be ready for the regular season, I'm okay with that because the preseason don't mean crap.
It isn't worth a hill of beans, so
Right.
It doesn't mean anything for Steve Kerr to basically just say, my back is hurt. I ruptured a disc during Game 5 of the NBA Finals. I need to sit out a while and get this issue resolved.
Correct. I'm the owner and the GM. Sure, take as much time as you need. And deep down inside, they're thinking, please be back for the regular season. Please be back for the regular season. Because I think that's his plan. He'll go home, rest, do what he's got to do, and just sit out the preseason, get stronger, and be ready for the regular season. Because it does. Preseason does not matter, like you said. It doesn't mean a hill of beans. When you start the regular season, what happens? Every team is 0-0, right?
Every team is 0-0, and it's a long 82-game season.
What the hell does the preseason matter? Sit out and rest. You know what? If I'm Derrick Rose, I'm almost thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they have a new head coach and he's got to learn a new offense, I'm almost thinking the same thing for him.
Very true. And the fact is, the Golden State Warriors, in my opinion, Jeff, they're going to be a team that is going to be another serious contender for the NBA championship. They're still young. They got plenty of depth. They're going to be a team that's there. And for them to finally end their 40-year drought, they realize they can put that all behind them and realize they're going to be tough to beat again. That Western Conference, when you look at it for the NBA, it's going to be loaded this year. The Spurs realizing that they just got better with all the additions they made.
Watch out for the Pelicans, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for the Pelicans, too, and you still got the defending champs, Golden State, and you got the Clippers over there, right? You got Dallas in there. You got Houston in there. Well, that Western Division is just loaded.
The Western Conference, the way I look at it,
makes the East look like a little bitch.
The Western Conference, the way I look at it, is a lot stronger than the Eastern Conference, like you pointed out, because yes, the Western Conference is far more better than the East. If there's anybody in the East that can compete with Cleveland, it would be great to see Cleveland get knocked out. They probably will make the playoffs, but
Sean, what do the Knicks fans call the Nets? Come on, you say it all the time to me.
I cannot remember. Little brother.
Thank you. Little brother, right?
That was something I was asking.
Right?
Little brother.
Because that's what the Knicks fans think about the Nets, that the Nets are the little brother of the New York Knicks. Okay?
Right.
That's the same thing here.
Yep.
That's the same thing here. You know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. So Steve Kerr is going to be out for a while. The NBA preseason is expected to begin next week, so all the players are back. They've had training camp. They've had media day. They've answered questions about...
As long as I don't have to see or hear anything about LeBron, I'll be happy. You bring that son of a bitch up, I'm going to kick your ass.
I'll try to avoid him, even though they make him number one.
I'm telling you something right now, Morgan. You're probably going to tell me I'm crazy, but hey, you know what? I'm boycotting every single Cleveland Cavalier game except when they play the New York Knicks.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm tired. I'm tired of watching that crap. I'm tired of the referees just handing him everything he wants. I'm tired of it. Okay? Hey, Ed Hockley told freaking Cam Cameron that he wasn't old enough to get a call. Cam Newton. Sorry, Cam Newton. Thank you. I'd like to see a referee turn around and say that to freaking LeBron James.
LeBron would just take the basketball and he'd run up the court and whine. Have you ever noticed that? He whines
more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
Okay? This is the show for real sport fans. Oh, good. You know what? You know what, Morgan? I'm glad. Just for that, Morgan, why don't you give us a call on Skype at Sports World Radio Show? I'm not a LeBron fan. I don't even like calling him a LeBron. I just call him LeBron or L. James when I'm posting about him. I'm sick and tired of watching ESPN be force-feed us, him, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm tired of the NBA doing it, too.
Well, think of it this way,
I'm boycotting it.
Well, think of it this way, buddy. You're doing the right thing to boycott it because the Cavaliers are going to have 25 games televised nationally. That's more than the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors, who have 23.
What's wrong with that picture right there? The Golden State Warriors are the defending champs, and they can't even get no love from the NBA.
That's right, only 23 games. Now,
how ridiculous is that?
Is there something wrong with that picture? Yes, there is.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Indeed.
There is something majorly wrong with that picture. You're the defending champs. They should be the one who should be monikered. Correct?
Correct.
Every other year besides that, Josh hates when I do this. But in the past, okay, it was Jordan and the Bulls, right? Magic and the Lakers. Yep. Bird and the Celtics, right? You don't hear them saying LeBron James and the Cavs. You just hear them saying LeBron James. When did that start? You know?
Maybe Skippy Bayless was the one who thought of that. Maybe he inherited that idea.
Drives me batty.
So, yeah, they get 25. I think the Bulls get 25. The Warriors get 23. As a Celtic fan, I'll be lucky to see maybe 6 Celtic basketball games on TV. So, because the Celtics aren't big anymore. So basically, okay, let's give it to all the top teams, but we got to put the Cavs at number 1. Makes me want to puke.
No, and that's wrong because the defending champions should be the NBA should be all about the defending champions. But no, they're all about LeBron James. Correct, and that's wrong. Wrong. 100% wrong.
All about LeBron and all about trying to prove a point that the Cavs want to be the most popular team in the NBA and that the media wants the Cavaliers to win every game to be a serious threat for the NBA championship.
I'm literally disgusted with that.
Very much so.
Literally disgusted with that. You know?
And that's something we've talked about the past few months, Jeff, about this whole scenario, about how many games that are played there. I know, Josh, it makes you sick and stuff, too, with seeing that. And I know when he comes home, he'll be like, yeah, it is sickening to my stomach just to see the fact that this team, the Cavaliers, who are 2-4 in the NBA Finals, play that crap.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Hey, if you're all hanging out in our chat room over at Spreaker, head on over to Sports World Radio's chat room. Head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com. That's where we're all hanging out over there. Unless you don't want to chat, you can just listen to wherever you want to listen to, and that's fine with us, too, as long as you're listening. Right, Sean?
Right on, man. Okay, the next story we get to it 1 minute after the hour on this Thursday, October 1st, 2015. We moved to Major League Baseball. We talked some with Ron about this yesterday. News coming out to report, and that is the Toronto Blue Jays. Everybody is very, very happy about this. The Blue Jays, they yelled, they hugged, they jumped for joy because now the Blue Jays making it back to the playoffs for the first time since 1993.
You know what? Last couple of days, you seem to be very excited about the Blue Jays. What's up with that? Is that are you adapting the Blue Jays?
No, I'm not adapting the Blue Jays. I'm just saying how great it is for baseball that you've seen teams over the last couple of years that have ended their playoff droughts because the fans have had to deal with too much misery seeing teams just...
Okay, hey, you just did a skippy breath. What was that about?
I know.
What was that about?
I had to catch my breath.
You just did a skippy breath.
Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that. I should have put myself on mute about that.
Oh, man, you're in trouble. You're in trouble now, son.
I'm in trouble now.
You did a skippy breath on me.
A skippy breath. I did a skippy breath on you. I think it's great, though, for baseball. When you look at what we've seen from the last few years, of course, you saw the Rays a long, long time ago when they ended their years of misery. You saw the Orioles end their 15-year drought with Buck Showalter in 2012. You saw the Pirates make it to the playoffs.
Big Pirates.
And,
Screw the freaking Pirates. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh. Yes?
Do you have the sheet or the Word document on the division winners we picked for this year in baseball?
I believe I do.
You do. I know you do. You got it somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Who did I pick in the East? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I don't. I'd have to look that up.
Well, I say you start doing that, my friend.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't remember who I picked. You know, because
Okay.
you know me. I make picks and I make the pick and then I forget. I don't dwell on it like all these other people around here. So, yeah, it would be nice to know who I picked. I know who you picked. It's obvious
Yes.
who you picked. Your team that you picked is in last place.
Third place.
Well, same difference.
Jeff, you picked the Baltimore Orioles
That's
to
what I
repeat
thought.
as the yes.
That's who I thought I picked.
And there's another man who goes to Toronto a lot and is a big Blue Jay fan. That'd be our own Shocker. I'm sure Shocker is very thrilled about it.
I don't think he picked Toronto. He would never pick Toronto. He would never do that. Never, ever. Why would you do something stupid like that? You know? Dumbass. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays. They end their 20.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be rooting for them during the playoffs, aren't you?
Maybe.
You've fallen in love with the Toronto Blue Jays, haven't you?
Maybe. I may possibly go with Kansas City again
you're
because I got
obsessed with
family and.
You're obsessed with the Toronto Blue Jays.
No, I'm not.
Well, you've been talking about them. You've been talking about them as much as you talk about your Boston Red Sox for the last 2 days.
It's great for baseball, Jeff, when you see the teams end the playoff droughts. No way.
You've become a closet Toronto Blue Jay fan.
Oh, shit. No, don't even pull that with me. Just because of the fact that I had to mention the Blue Jays, I wanted to congratulate
But today,
Rob
okay,
and
but not only today, but yesterday too. And not only that, you mentioned it when we were on hold yesterday when we were on commercial break with Ron, right? And what did Ron say to you?
That he was pissed.
No, but what? No. But what was his first reaction to you when you said something about the Blue Jays?
I think he said something like, who cares? They won the
Bingo!
AL East.
Bingo! And then you bring it up again today. You know what I'm going to say? Who
What?
cares? It's the Blue Jays. Come on.
Fun.
It's the stinking Blue Jays.
That's funny.
It's Canada, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
The
Who cares?
Kansas City Royals, of course, they've wrapped up the American League Central. Been a long time since that Royal team did that. Last year they were the wild card. Now this year they wrap up the American League Central. In the American League West, there's still a lot of unfinished business to get to with the AL West. You've got, of course, 3 teams battling it out. The Rangers right now have a chance, Jeff, to wrap up the American League West division. And it didn't surprise me after they'd picked up Josh Hamilton and Mike Napoli that the Rangers would be a tough team.
What's
The
up
Houston
with that?
Astros, they've been a team that has had a good year, but they have faded a lot. Can they do it? Who knows? They may have to open up against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium for the one-game play-in game, as you say. And another team that's still hanging in there is the
better
LA
get it
Angels
right.
of Anaheim.
You better get it right. That's right. Play-in game. That's right. Wes, it's a play-in game, not a playoff game, you jackass.
Yep,
Unstinking believable.
play-in game.
So everything is pretty much set.
Josh
National
just
League
popped
is set,
in. He said,
right? The National League is set, right?
the National League looks, pretty much set. The New York Mets, congratulations to them. They have ended their 9-year drought.
Who picked the winner in the National League East?
You picked the Mets.
Damn right I did. That one I know. Who picked the winner in the Central?
Let me see. I'll go look at my stats here and see what we got here for what Jeff picked for the National League Central Division. Jeff picked the Mets. Jeff picked the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, I picked the
to
Reds.
win.
They stunk it there. And what about in the West?
And the National League West, Jeff picked looking the San Diego Padres.
I took the Padres because I thought they were going to be good because of all the new acquisitions they had, and they stunk.
Yes, indeed.
How about that? I got one right. But I did not, never will ever pick the freaking Pittsburgh Pirates.
Speaking of the Pittsburgh Pirates, they had a chance to win to try to keep their hopes alive for the National League Central. That fell through. That did not happen as the St. Louis Cardinals win the National League Central again.
Again. It's like it's old hat. Again.
Again, and that makes Wes very upset.
I'm sure it does.
But he's probably thinking and saying, watch the Pirates surprise a lot of people in the month of October. You will be warned.
You will be warned. We'll be back. No, you won't. Not even close. What's up there, Joshy Poo? Now he's going to yell at me for saying that. How about that?
Sorry, Josh. Blue Jays rock bastard. The Royals, big freaking deal.
The Blue Jays. Well, he's been talking about the Blue Jays like he's like he's going to freaking be their new team to root for or something.
No.
The last 2 days, you've been talking about the Blue Jays like they're the Boston Red Sox.
It's a great story for baseball. And you know what? You'll never see me switch to the Blue Jays because
Why not?
Because I got my Boston Shrine. I'm a diehard, lifelong Red Sox fan.
Well,
I'll be ready for next year.
You went from being a Jet fan to a Patriot fan, so I listen.
And
Don't
what's
say
your
never
point?
because I seen it. Don't say never because I seen it happen.
You've seen it only happen one time.
Don't say never. I seen it happen. And if I only seen it, even though I only seen it once, I still seen it happen.
And on that note, we got to go to our first commercial break of the day.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All I want is to be loved.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the east, 3 o'clock on the west, and if you live in the mountains...
Who really cares?
Yeah, that's a good way to say it, yeah, because...
Who really cares?
If they live in the mountains, they probably can't hear us because their internet probably sucks. You know? So
That's
it really
right.
doesn't matter.
especially somebody out there in Indiana who hopefully will have better internet connection.
Well, okay. Indiana's not considered the mountains, you jackass.
Well, I know that.
Okay? Indiana's considered what? Central? Or Eastern time zone?
Indiana is considered central.
Okay. It's not the mountain, is it?
No.
All right, then.
Okay. All right. The next one, we're talking about MLB standings and saying that Jeff thinks that Sean has a love for the Blue. Scratch my ass with that philosophy, Jeff. I enjoy the Boston Shrine.
What are you saying?
I said scratch my ass, Jeff. I can't believe you could say and think I have something for the Blue Jays.
You're a closet Blue Jay fan.
No, I'm not.
I'm not. You're coming out of the closet of being a Blue Jay fan. I got to put that at the end. I'm sorry. I had to put that at the end because some people might think you're coming out of the closet in a different way.
Well, everybody knows that's not true. I'm not a fake. I'm not a phony. You've seen my room. I had to take everything down because I lost a stinking bet to you. Don't hand me that.
But listen, I've watched you change teams before. Not saying that you're going to do that on this point, but your team is out, so you need another team to root for. And obviously, you've chosen the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, your philosophy is a joke. Scratch my ass. I'm not going to switch. My Red Sox is up. I'm enjoying seeing the Red Sox and the Bruins and the Celtics and the Patriots.
Josh, I'm not a classic Royal fan. I am a Royal fan.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't flaunt it. I don't say too much about it because I'm not a. You know what? There's a difference between Sean being a fan of baseball and me. Big difference.
The Red Sox stuff is put away for a reason because the season is over with. So I had to put it away. But the stuff doesn't come off my wall. It stays up there 365 days a year. So scratch my ass.
Listen. You're adopting the freaking Toronto Blue Jays. I know it is. I know you are. I can hear it in your voice, man. If the Toronto Blue Jays win, you're gonna get excited.
I will not get excited. I might be just happy for them, but I'll say, okay, they won. Time to start focusing on next year.
You might even get a chubby.
Hey, Josh, I got your excuses right here.
Yeah, you know what I think of excuses, right? They're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Yes. All right, 35 minutes after the hour, since we're a little baseball update, I'm going to talk with Frank about it, too, a little bit when he comes on. In the NBA, there's also another big thing that's coming up, and that would be on the referees. Joey Crawford, replay center refs will make some rulings in hope of speeding up the games. The NBA has come out and they said today that current referees will staff its replay center this season and be able to make decisions in certain situations.
Joey Crawford. Why'd you mention his name? Because you know that's the only name that'll piss me off?
Yeah, maybe it's a way to get back at you since you called me a closet Blue Jay fan.
Well, you are. You are. Joey Crawford needs to retire. Okay? Number one, the gentleman is 64 years old. Number two, he looks 98. Number three, he doesn't run up and down the court. Number four, he speed walks. He needs to go.
He probably would say, you don't like the fact that I'm still reffing? Well, tough shit. I can referee all I want.
I don't like the fact that you're still reffing because you stink. And sometimes you make the game about you. Okay? I've seen you do it before. Blowing that whistle and taking 60,000 steps that a normal person would take 4 to get to the foul line from the baseline. A normal person would take 4. You take about 50. You speed walking, full blowing your beep, beep, beep. Stop. You're making a... Just stop it already.
He's so slow, he trips on the court and he embarrasses himself.
One of these days, he's going to run out down the court in his way that he speed walk runs, and he's going to trip over a coach's leg and he's going to break his foot. And I'm telling you something right now, I hope that's televised because, number one, I'm going to need a good laugh, and number two, I'm getting up and I'm giving that coach a standing ovation. I can't stand Joey Crawford. The guy's been refereeing for how many years, Sean? 30 some odd years, 40 some odd years?
Since like the late 70s, since like 1977.
Right. You know, I'm going to tell you something. You want to know how biased the NBA is towards LeBron James?
Yeah.
Watch this. Hey, Sean, how many games this year did Joey Crawford referee of the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Boy.
Wasn't it something? It was a very high number, right?
It was a very high number, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Josh, the producer, would have to look that up instead
Josh,
of me.
see if you can find that for us, please. It was
Please.
a very. If I remember correctly, it was a little more than a quarter of their games.
Right.
That he reffed.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. Okay, and what did he ref? 23 NBA playoff games this year.
I think so. He's been like a guy who's...
Come on.
I think he's reffed the most NBA finals since like 95, 96, or 96, 97.
He's got to get out of there. 37?
37.
He's done 30. Last year he refereed 37 of the Cleveland Cavaliers ball games. Now what I want to know is how many of those 37 games did Cleveland win?
Oh.
How about that? He'd take his autograph and shove it up his Applebee's eating ass. Him and LeBron. He refereed. Joey Crawford refereed 37 of the 82 games of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's ridiculous. That's almost half.
But now he's involved with what the NBA is doing right now. How about this? There's a little bit more to this. Joey Crawford and referees. All replay reviews, Jeff, will still be triggered by the 3 referees on the court. They will no longer make all the calls after the reviews. However, some will now be done in someplace in New Jersey.
Yeah, so
that opened.
So they're going to stand there like a bunch of schmucks with their headphones on, waiting for the other guy in the box in New York or wherever the hell he is to make the call. Right?
Right.
I think that's ridiculous. Major League Baseball does that. I think that's ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous, and it does. And the fact that they're doing that is a new rule change for the NBA.
Yeah, they're taking you know what they're doing?
What?
I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. They're taking the decision out of the referee's hand.
Yep.
That's what they do in baseball, and that's what they're doing in basketball.
So maybe LeBron's not getting all the calls he wants. Maybe he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not going to now I won't be able to get all the calls I want."
He's still going to whine and bitch and moan and complain because that's his MO.
Those will include determinations such as whether a shot was a 2 or a 3-pointer, or whether it beat the shot clock, or end of quarter buzzer.
You know what's going to happen? These games are going to be so much longer now.
Mm-hmm.
When they go, we're going to the instant replay 10 minutes later. Holy freaking moly. Come on. The guy was out of bounds. Give him the ball. Let's go. Let's go. Move it. I don't want to see a 10-minute freaking delay. The games are long enough as it is.
Yes, and that's the reason why they're going to be putting in these new rules before the NBA season begins, which is scheduled to begin, I believe, October 27th.
These rules they're putting in is going to make the game even longer.
Yep.
So they're hurting the game.
They are hurting the game, and I think they're trying to follow through with the NFL and with MLB about challenges.
Well, the NFL, the referee, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go into the booth no more, correct?
Correct.
He gets it from somebody in New York somewhere too, right?
Right.
So NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball, hockey do that too?
Hockey, they have to challenge to see if I think if the puck
went. Yeah,
went
but did they call somebody in New York and say, did the puck go in?
Yeah.
Gee, what? Why are you calling somebody in New York who say, okay, here's a perfect example. Why somebody sitting in New York watching a game in San Diego at Petco Park watching it on TV, making the decision. Huh?
That's very true.
He's 3,000 miles away. Why can't you stick somebody in every damn ballpark up there in the booth and have him do it?
Because from what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that the call was accurate and precise.
Well, it's lengthening games.
Yes, indeed.
Driving me crazy. And having somebody sitting 3,000 miles away doesn't cut it.
No, it doesn't. And it's a really bad thing now that we're going to have to see a longer NBA game. It's a 48-minute game, and now you're going to see it a lot longer because now they have to challenge calls and look at if it was a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, if it beat the shot clock. So they're making a lot of changes right now. The NBA says the modifications were unanimously approved by the owners Wednesday. The league believes the change can speed up games. The rulings on flagrant fouls, clear path fouls, and player altercations will continue to be made by the 3-game officials.
Yeah, but all the other ones, the buzzer beaters and the 3-pointers and the offensive fouls and all that stuff are going to be going.
I know.
It's going to make the game longer. I'm telling you right now, it's going to make the game longer. Hey, we got to run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by JockJournal.com. Head on over to JockJournal.com. Now, let me tell you something about them. Those guys over there, they got some great writers over there. We've had a bunch of them on the radio show already. JockJournal.com. All your NFL teams, they write killer opinion pieces, killer discussion pieces. They make you think, and they make you rant. Head on over to JockJournal.com and check out all their opinion pieces on each and every NFL team. That's JockJournal.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. We are at the 45 minutes after the hour on Thursday, October 1st, 2015. Major League Baseball, the Orioles and the Blue Jays playing right now in progress. The Orioles, they lead 6-4. They need 3 outs to go for the Orioles to get a win, even though Toronto has clinched the American League East. The Brewers taking on the Padres, no score in that one. The Phillies, they shut out the Mets by a score of 3-0. The Cubs, they prevail against the Reds 5-3 in what will likely probably be the Pirates, and actually not likely, it will be the Pirates and the Cubs next week for the play-in game in the National League. The Dodgers, they prevail 3-2. They are the team that, of course, is already in. They will clinch the National League West, so congratulations to the 2015 Los Angeles Dodgers for winning the National League West division. Tonight on ESPN2, it will be Thursday night baseball. It will be the Boston Red Sox taking on the New York Yankees. The Red Sox have played great ball. They've won 6 straight games. They have taken the first 3 games of the series against the Yankees. They have a chance tonight to sweep and be 1 game under 500 as they look to close out the season on a strong note. For the New York Yankees, it's very simple. They win, they get into the playoffs. They don't, Baltimore could play spoiler, and maybe the Yankees get knocked out of the playoffs and have a collapse and choke. We'll see. Twins, Indians tonight. Twins, they have to win and hope that the Red Sox help out because I believe if the Yankees win, the Twins will be automatically eliminated from playoff contention. Nationals, Braves, Marlins, Rays, interleague play. The Angels at the Rangers, a key 4-game series in the American League West as Texas trying to wrap up the AL West division, and the Angels, they're trying to gain the number 2 wild card spot, just like the Twins are. Royals and the White Sox. Kansas City has the American League Central wrapped up. And lastly will be the Rockies taking on the Diamondbacks. In the NFL, 1 game for tonight. CBS NFL Network will have the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers, called by Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. I am Sean Mann for the first update. This update was brought to you by JockJournal.com. When we come back from this commercial break and update, more sports talk with Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann. And do not forget, at the top of the hour, Frank Sprankel and Josh Lopez will join us for their sports perspective, Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, and going over tonight's Thursday game for the NFL. Be right back after the commercial.
Chloe is 9 months old.
She is the greatest thing ever.
One little smile, one little laugh. Anybody? We would do anything for her. My name is Kim Bryant, and my husband and I made a will on LegalZoom.
It was really easy to do.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours each and every Monday night through Friday night, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. If you live somewhere else,
who cares? Figure it out in the Central for yourself, and who really cares in the mountains?
There you go. They probably don't get us in the mountains because their internet sucks.
Just like I pointed in the chat room, Jeff. There you go. Look, I'm so happy to have Bruins, Celtics, and Patriots gear out. There you go.
He's a closet Toronto fan.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You're a closet Toronto fan, man. I'm telling you.
Sure, that's easy for you to say. I have the evidence, and I know I'm not a closet Blue Jay fan. I just think that it's great for baseball to see a new team in there, and that's what baseball should be about.
You're going to get all excited when they win and everything, man. They'll be like, shut up. That's not your team.
I'm not like Skippy Bayless, who puts "my" in front of every word. Give me a break.
Well, kind of are.
No way. I've given up on the "my" thing right there.
Way.
They're my favorite team, but they're not my Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, and Patriots.
Yeah, I wonder where you got that from.
I got it from you. NFL, after just rushing 31 yards in week 1, what Adrian Peterson says, he has a lot of respect for Norv Turner, and he believes, Jeff, that the Vikings can be a really deep threat this year. And maybe
that's because Norv Turner's in the position he's supposed to be in, offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Not head coach. That's why. Norv Turner's a great offensive coordinator. That's his job. Then he's going to kick butt at it. But if he's got to be a head coach, he ain't going to do so good.
Indeed.
You know?
Norv Turner, yes. And Norv Turner has been a guy who's always been through criticism, especially with the years with the Redskins and with the Chargers. Now with him going to Minnesota, the Vikings know very well that they've got a test coming up this week. They go to Denver. They play the Broncos. I will be amazed to see how well they can keep up with them.
I will. It's going to be different. You know what I mean?
Yes, it will.
It's going to be different.
Very different.
Man, it's getting hot in here.
Very, very different. And for Denver to be where they're at, yes, they are lucky to be 3-0. But like I said, I'm very happy that Jeff could realize that I was very happy I gained a point on him.
Knock it off, you. Knock it off. Yeah, listen, you know my philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm going to let all you guys take all, be all happy and go lucky right now. But it doesn't, and Morgan, next time Gerald busts your chops about this in your Pick'em League, this is what you say to him. Okay, I hope you're listening. It doesn't matter how you start, man. Just matters how you finish. And I'm going to tell you something. Every single year, I usually make my jump in around week 9, week 10, and I come on strong for the rest. Week 11, right around there. That's when you come on. I give all you people a nice little lead. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to take you all by surprise. It's going to be the end of yous all. Listen, my philosophy is, if I don't let you guys win a couple of times, you ain't going to play no more.
Ooh.
That's the way I think of it.
You all have to be careful because remember, who's the defending champion? Me. I'm still the defending champion until I get knocked off in the pick'em.
You're the defending champion, correct. And I'm telling you right now, there ain't no way a Jock Journal writer is winning Sports World Radio's Pick'em League. It ain't going to happen. So Josh, Frank, Sean, and myself, and Nicholas as well, get your ass in gear. Because there ain't no way we're letting a Jock Journal writer or anybody from Jock Journal, and that goes for Tara as well, even though she's with Sports World Radio too.
Josh has an interesting comment. He says, you'll finish in misery, Jeff, like the overrated Bengals and your lover, Andy Dalton.
Hey, did Andy Dalton win last week? Hey,
yes,
he did.
I
want to ask you a question, Mr. Joshy Poo. Okay? How about this? Your quarterback down and out. Andy Dalton still playing. Cincinnati Bengals, undefeated. Not so. Chicago.
Yes, Josh. What do you say about that? They are 3-0.
Now
I know your favorite AFC team, Baltimore.
I know for a fact Josh is coming on in a little bit, so I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say.
Yeah, think about the debates that Jeff and Josh have had over Andy Dalton over the last few weeks. It's been pretty funny.
So far, Andy Dalton's holding his own, and Josh is going to turn around and say, he's a great regular season quarterback, but what does he do in the playoff? Choke. I get it. I understand it. I get it, and I understand it.
I can't wait to hear what Josh says. He'll be on in about 4 minutes. Yes.
That's what he's going to say. I'm already telling you what he's going to say because I know Josh well enough to know that's what he's going to say.
Not just that. It's also because of the fact that Josh will come in and say, okay, but what has Andy Dalton done lately in the playoffs?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, he hasn't won one playoff game.
Yeah,
and I'm
so
sure Josh will say...
So you're telling me that Tony Romo, since he's got 3 playoff wins, is better than Andy Dalton?
2.
2 playoff wins? He's better than Andy Dalton?
I wonder if that's what Josh is thinking.
Get the hell out of here.
Josh goes, we're talking about Bengals, not Bears. Don't change the subject. Jeff is buying type of Dalton. It's...
Hey, listen.
Whoa.
I've liked Dalton longer than you've been with the show.
I'm a witness to that, Josh.
So you came into this mess. I didn't come into your mess.
I cannot wait can't wait until I see what happens.
The only thing he does is choke in the playoffs. I could say it. Yes, he does. He chokes in the playoffs. I get it. I understand it. I'm hoping he doesn't do that this year. Okay? I'm expecting him to do it. I'm hoping he doesn't. Okay? Sean.
Yes?
Do the Steelers play the Bengals without Roethlisberger?
I shall take a look-see.
I will take a look-see. That sounds like oopsie.
Oopsie, look-see, oopsie,
Yeah.
or look-see, oopsie.
Yeah. Take a look-see. Take a look-see while you do an oopsie.
Okay, I'll look for you. Hold on. Let me find it. Steelers schedule against the Bengals.
Look at Josh. Sports World Radio got better when I came in. On the other hand, Dalton has progressed. He's regressed. No, listen, he hasn't had anybody around him.
Ooh, I found it, Jeff. The Pittsburgh Steelers host the Cincinnati Bengals November 1st, and Roethlisberger's still supposed to be out.
Well, that's an automatic win.
Yeah, remember what you said, that the Steelers were going to go 2-4 since Michael Vick?
Yes, I still stand by that. Steelers are losing tonight. Baltimore is going to get their first win of the year tonight. How about that? How about that for a prediction?
Oh,
Sons
I cannot wait to hear what everybody. Look what Frank says. It seems everyone here wants to blame Andy Dalton.
Thank you. He's got nobody around him. His defense stunk. Okay? He's trying to do the same thing that Romo's trying to do. Put the team on his back and say, let's go. He gets to the team to the playoffs, and then he runs out of juice. Come on. It's kind of like the LeBron James syndrome of last year. All right? I'll bring it full circle. We started off with basketball, boom. Okay? It's kind of like the LeBron James syndrome of last year. He just ran out of freaking juice at the end of the year, and that's why they lost, right?
Well,
same thing.
Doesn't LeBron James do that every year at the NBA Finals or in the playoffs? Yes, because he walks it up the court and then he's exhausted.
See, look, the people think I'm right. Listen.
Hey, let's get the violins out.
Now listen to all that applause. Listen. That's right. Yeah. No, I hit the applause button on the show. You can't hear it.
I know, but I was doing a...
That's right.
Clap.
I'm right. This is what I think of your opinion there, Josh. Okay?
We're at the top of the hour. We have to run to commercial break. Coming up, we got Josh and Frank coming on. This ought to be good.
Oh, this ought to be real good. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Sports World Radio. It's 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hello there. I'm a famous actor. Pretty sure you know who I am. And when I want to know what's going on in the sports world, I tune into Sports World Radio.
Hey. Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com each and every Monday through Friday. All right. He's here every Tuesday. He's here every Thursday. in the second hour of every Tuesday and Thursday show, our good friend from Indiana, Chicago way, Frank Spankel. What's up, Frankie?
You didn't refer to me as the Bumblebee. Am I off the hook?
I changed my mind in mid-sentence.
Oh my goodness! So wait, I'm no longer known as that dumb Bumblebee.
Bumblebee from Bumblebee Bumblebee, Indiana. Well, you still are that schmuck, but
dude, wait. You know it's the 1st of October, right?
Yes, I do. What the hell's that got to do with anything?
Is at the end of the month. Am I expected to be a blue Bumblebee?
Well,
it's 30 days. Get ready for it.
Are people gonna be dressing up like blue bumblebees?
Well, maybe you'll have to dress up as a blue bumblebee for Halloween.
Josh, a pirate.
Dude, do you know how many fatalities that will cause?
A lot, because they see
exactly.
Because they'll think because they think that you're a Smurf or something.
We move to Major League Baseball, back to it again as we get into it. The New York Yankees tonight, knowing, Frank, that they need to win tonight just to get into the playoffs, but they have not looked sharp the last couple of weeks. How would you assess the Yankees right now? Look at them. They're 86-72. What's the matter with them?
Isn't that impressive for the Yankees considering where they were a year ago and the year before that?
I think, Frank, when you assess the Yankees, it is impressive. Okay, they've had another winning season, but they still don't look like a team that's very strong enough to even win in the playoffs. I don't even expect them to even win the play-in game. They do not look sharp. I'm proud as a Red Sox fan because they go in and they play spoiler, and the Yankees know very well they got to be careful. Houston could beat them. The Angels could. Maybe the Twins, although the Twins know that the postseason history has never been in their favor against the New York Yankees. There's still a lot at stake here as we're getting to the final weekend of the Major League Baseball season for 2015.
And here's the thing. Don't you just love the expanded playoffs? Because that gives us more to talk about. Well, it's really not expansive anymore, but you got to understand, there was a time, and Jeff and I remember, when it was just 2 divisions in each league, and that was
simpler.
it. You just had, remember, it was simple back then. It was more simple because the playoffs were short. You only had your league championship series and your World Series to follow. But understand, with the wild card, and not to mention the 1-game playoff.
Play-in.
Playoff.
Play-in.
It's play-in. It's a play-in game. They have to win just to get into the playoffs.
Dude, it's a playoff. Dude, okay, it's a postseason game. It's a postseason game. You know what? I was seeing the Chicago Cubs. That ain't championship apparel, but they are headed to the postseason. So how do you describe that?
The way I look at the Cubs is they've been the hottest team in baseball. They've done it with speed.
And they won today.
They won today. They've done it with speed. They've done it with pitching. They've done it with a lot that can maybe get them past the Pittsburgh Pirates in that 1-game play-in game. But a lot needs to happen for the Cubs in their favor. They know very well that a couple things have to happen. The Pirates have to lose the next couple of games. The Cubs need to try to sweep over the weekend just to get that game in Wrigley Field, what would be a wild atmosphere in Wrigley Field for Cub fans who are trying very, very hard to get a championship to Chicago. But they know they don't do that, then they have to travel into a hostile environment at PNC Park in Pittsburgh and take on a Pirate team that's been very impressive too, even though Jeff wants them knocked out.
It really, if you take a look at it, it really holds in the Pirates' favor because the Pirates, they control their own destiny here. The fact is, the way we're looking at it now, this game is going to be played in Pittsburgh, unless there's a drastic turn of events over the weekend.
And you have to look at it this way, Frank and Jeff. Look at it this way. This play-in game that happens next week, you're talking about 2 old franchises, 2 good managers, Clint Hurdle, Joe Madden. Both have had the experience. I give them both props because they both know how to turn teams around. Look what Clint Hurdle had done in 2007. He took the Colorado Rockies. Nobody even picked the Rockies. They win 21 out of 22 just to get to the World Series. Then you go to the Pirates, Clint Hurdle does. Then he goes there. He turns them around, and the Pirates finally get back to the playoffs, which has been
this guy doesn't get much respect.
The play-in game, as Jeff would say.
Yeah,
but then, of course,
whatever you want to call it. Clint Hurdle doesn't get much respect.
Frank, the point is, the play-in game, and then, of course, they finally got into the playoffs and really challenged the Cardinals very tough in that 5-game series in 2013. So he did a great job with that. Then you go to the other side, and you look at Joe Madden, the job he did with the Tampa Bay Rays to get the Rays to the 2008 Fall Classic. winning the AL East in 2010, shocking and knocking my favorite team, the Boston Red Sox, out in Game 162 of 2011. And then he left after the 2014 season, and how he came out there and said that this would be the year the Cubs would get into the play-in game or the playoffs. He's done a great job. So you're looking at two teams and two veteran managers who know this game very well.
And understand this about Joe Madden. Here's a guy that took the Tampa. I mean, understand this: the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, before 2008, this team was a doormat in the American League. They were not a winning. They were. Remember, there was talk of them contracting the Rays.
Yeah,
contracting or even relocation. I hate contraction because you know what? There's no business of contraction here. There shouldn't be. But Joe Madden has a unique way of doing things, and I think that's great that you have this because you have such a young team. With this young team, you need an experienced manager, and that's what Joe Madden brings. And he is just a perfect fit for this Cub ball club. Now, understand, we don't know what's going to happen with the Cubs. We don't know if they're going to lose this game against the Pirates or if they're going to go all the way and win the World Series. But whatever happens, whether they go on to win the World Series or even lose in Pittsburgh or at Wrigley or wherever the game is played at, Joe Madden deserves Manager of the Year. No question about it.
No question about it. And you look at the job that he's done.
It's done. Joe Madden's going to win Manager of the Year.
And, of course, another candidate that would be very possible to doing it was the team that Jeff picked at the beginning of the year back in March. That would be the New York Mets. The Mets have been an incredible story for baseball. They won their first National League East Division title. Last time that happened was when Willie Randolph was manager of the New York Mets, which was 2006. They lost to the Cardinals in 7 games, but he did an incredible job at turning the Mets around. So great job by what the Mets have shown, what they've done this year, for them to end their long 9-year playoff drought.
And not only that, too, if you take a look since the Mets got Yoenis Cespedes, he has definitely added a spark plug in that lineup. Cespedes has definitely given that lineup, which was a pretty solid lineup, he has made it even better.
Frank, a big question I have to ask you if we get to the American League. There's still a lot of unsettled business. I mentioned the Yankees. They need a win just to get into the playoffs. They could collapse, however, because they are not finishing up strong, and they got Sabathia, who is 5-10. But if you look at 3 teams right now other than the Yankees, the Rangers, the Astros, actually 4 teams, the Rangers, the Astros, the Angels, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, the Twins. Who do you like to possibly win the second wild card spot? Jeff, who do you like too, Jeff, for both of you? This is a question for both.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, looking at that second wild card spot and the way that it stands right now, this is a very competitive race. Unlike the National League, which everything is all settled, but if you take a look at the second wild card, my goodness.
Jeff, what do you think of the second wild card spot with this being the final weekend?
I don't like the wild card at all.
But you don't like the wild card?
No.
Wait. Why don't you like about the wild card?
I like the old days when there was 4 divisions, each division winner went, and we went on to play playoffs.
Okay, but let me ask you this. And taking a look at this, as far as the Twins go, look, they have a shot, but they're 2 back of that second spot. I'll tell you what, the Astros.
Real quickly, with the Twins, they need luck on their side, and they need a miracle just to get the second wild card spot. The Astros and the Angels, they're really battling it out, and I'm surprised to even see that the Angels are doing this well. Like, what I'm getting at, Frank, is that who would have thought that the Angels would have had a chance? I thought when they're like 73-69, I said, this season's pretty much over for Mike Scioscia. Who even knows if he would stay on as manager? But no, the Angels have found a way to still stay in this race for that second American League wildcard spot.
And understand this, too. If you take a look at the Texas Rangers, that's who the Los Angeles Angels play over the weekend. And you got to be questioning what's it going to be like for the Texas Rangers? What is the strategy here, considering they've already have their postseason spot already clinched? Are they going to be resting players? Because who knows if the Angels are going to take it? I'll tell you what, if the Angels overtake Houston for the second wild card spot, I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised if they went to the play-in game. Suppose they go and they play the Yankees, and then they
veteran lineup, Sean. Veteran lineup.
The Yankees, to me, just are a banged-up team. They're a team that, like I pointed out, they're still barely hanging in there. I know they need just one win. They'll most likely get the one win to get into the play-in game. But the Yankees are banged up. Sabathia's not good. Tanaka doesn't look really, really sharp. Alex Rodriguez is showing me, just like he's showing from years past, the guy doesn't hit when it counts. He's in a bit of a slump. And look at the numerous Octobers, Jeff.
He's never been a great postseason.
No, he had one good year, which was 2009. But then he's gone back to the same old Alex Rodriguez. Just can't hit. If you're going to win the playoffs and you're going to win the World Series, you have to step up and win. And that's what angers Yankee fans to no end. They get there, they have this great year, and Alex Rodriguez just doesn't know how to hit. He doesn't know.
He's in a slump right now, right?
Yeah, but he slumps a lot worse in October, and Yankee fans boo him for lacking hitting.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Has he been in a slump all season?
No.
He's in a slump.
He's been pretty decent.
Right, so he's in his slump right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, not a great time to be in your slump, but he hasn't been in a slump all season. He's hitting his slump now. Maybe he's tired because he didn't play last year.
He's hit 33 home runs, Alex Rodriguez has.
You know what? Not many people thought he was going to hit more than 20.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you know why? Because this was his first year back after the PD suspension.
Not many people thought he was going to be a hill of beans, and he surprised a lot of people.
Well, he did. And the way I look at it is that if you go back all the way back to April, opening day, the Yankees open up against Toronto. And I can tell you one thing, that the Yankees fans finally gave him a big standing ovation when his name was introduced to start the 2015 season.
I'm just curious why they would give him a standing ovation.
I think maybe it's like forgiveness. They probably just say, okay, you got caught, you served your year-long suspension, forgive you, we give you a standing O, now it's time to move on. That's the way I look at it.
All right, but I'm sure that doesn't hold well with every Yankee fan because they're probably saying, how could you do this? Now you're gone for a year. We thought you were better than that.
Yeah, but the way I look at the Yankees, though, is that time is catching up with them, especially with the fact that, okay, they can get into the play-in game, but time's catching up with them. They know very, very well that I don't even expect them to get for a deep playoff run. Suppose they win their play-in game. I don't even expect them to have a deep playoff run because they're not good. And on that note, we got to go to our quarter after the hour break.
You're listening to Jeff Escal, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All I want is to be loved.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, boys, where are we going next?
All right, Frank, another thing I wanted to talk with you about, too. You know, the Red Sox, of course, ending their season, of course, it was disappointing. There was a lot of surprises this year. The Red Sox not making the postseason, their expectations were high.
How about the Nationals?
Hey, wait 1 second. See how you just breezed right over that because it's the Boston Red Sox? You just breezed right over that.
I was going to get to the Nationals there, Frank,
I
but
know
I have a couple other American League teams
he
that we can
breezed.
talk about.
Look, he doesn't even want to
Detroit
talk.
is another.
Look at him. Look at him. He's just ignoring me. Listen to him.
Yes, I do hear that.
He's just ignoring me.
He just wants to move on because he doesn't want to admit his favorite team is going to the postseason.
Yeah, I know. For the second year in a row.
Well, Frank and Jeff, what I'm trying to say is that there were surprises this year. It wasn't just the Red Sox that did not make the postseason. The Detroit Tigers shocked a lot of people by them not making the playoffs. Frank, I've been saying all year and asking you about this. What can the Detroit Tigers do to be a threat next year? Are they going to be the same team, or are they pretty much starting to be the rebuilding?
I don't think so. I think they're going to be in a rebuilding mode. Obviously, you still keep Miguel Cabrera. Is it just me, or you haven't heard much about Miguel Cabrera this year?
Cabrera?
He was hurt. He was hurt a lot of the season.
I know. But the fact is, that's not like Miguel Cabrera. You do need to look ahead. Now, the question is, I think Verlander is a free agent. I don't think the value is going to be high for Justin Verlander, considering what we've seen the last couple of years.
Verlander, a free agent, and Detroit, you have to admit, I think it all starts with the fact that they let go of one man and one man only who did a great job at turning the Detroit Tigers team around, and that would be the fact that they let go and got rid of Dave Dombrowski, who was arguably one of the big names of the Detroit Tigers. He's the one who turned the whole team around by getting them to 2 fall classics, and of course with the job with the Florida Marlins. But it's still a big issue with what's going on with Detroit. I think a lot of people were expecting would the Tigers be the same this year, but I think you're right, Frank. I think that for the foreseeable future, the Tigers could be doing a lot of rebuilding like what we saw in the 1990s when they were kind of the laughingstock team.
Well, remember, when they moved into Comerica, they had some mediocre years in the years since. 03, in the first few years of being at Comerica Park, they weren't a quality ball club. I think what the Tigers want to do is go in a new direction, and I think we're going to be seeing the rebuilding phase, especially in the division that has the Kansas City Royals, a set lineup already.
Yes, and that's very true when you look at how things are different now, and that the Tigers were a disappointment for Tiger fans. And then, of course, now you realize that probably there's a new ruler taking care of the American League Central. And, yes, that was the Kansas City Royals. Another big question, though, is everybody was asking after the Royals lost, would this be like the one-and-done thing? And what I'm trying to say is, okay, they get to the Fall Classic. Would they be the same team that we saw in 2014? Apparently so, after what we've seen with them capturing the American League Central for the first time since the decade of the 80s. It's been a long time since the Royals have won the American League Central.
Actually, they never won the American League Central.
Oh, they never have? Okay.
That's all right. That's all right. But I think I know where you're coming from here. A division title. They have not won that since 1985, the year they went to the World Series and won the old American League Western Division. So it's been 30 years since the Royals won a division title. And for people in Kansas City, they're making a big deal about it. But, of course, they're trying to lock up home field.
I think they have to. This has been great for the whole city of Kansas City, just to see them finally get baseball back. Even George Brett, the former great Royal, was even saying that by 2013, he saw progress with this Royals team and that this team could develop and realize that they could be a big surprise in 2014, which they were. Now they're not even a surprise. Ned Yost, think about it with Ned Yost. Think about, Jeff and Frank, that Ned Yost at many times was under fire when the Royals weren't playing very well, and there was a possibility that his job was going to be on the line last year if the Royals maybe didn't have a good year. Now he's doing a great job, and he's got that extension because of the job he's done.
And it's paid off, too, because look at how the Royals have played. This is better than what we saw last year. As great as it was last year, there's a lot of expectations in Kansas City. They want to see the Royals get back to the World Series and win it, obviously. But the question is, if the Royals take a step back, is it a failure if they don't make it to the World Series? Because let's take a look at the teams. You got, obviously, Toronto. They're on the verge of winning. I mean, they've won the division. I mean, they're the division leaders right now. They're going to win the division. Let's talk about the West, the Texas Rangers. They were a team that we were accustomed to seeing in the World Series year in and year out a few years back, but this is a different Rangers team. The wild card. I think there's a lot. They got to get back to the World Series. That's what I'm going to say.
And I was saying this to you too, Jeff. I believe the biggest move that the Texas Rangers made, there were two big ones. Them to bring back Josh Hamilton, and then the Rangers to go out and get Mike Napoli. Because they've got the experience, and we saw what the Rangers did when they had some good teams starting in 2009, when Nolan Ryan put that whole Texas Ranger team together.
And they went to back-to-back World Series. But I also want to say this as far as Josh Hamilton. Don't you get the sense that Josh Hamilton has to be enjoying this? Because I don't think he really had a lot of fun being out in Los Angeles.
I don't think he did, too. I really do not think that he liked being an L.A. Angel. He signed that gigantic contract. And when
it just wasn't home for him.
And when the Angels made those moves to put together an all-star team, everybody was talking about the Angels as the bigger threat, the serious threat of of course, the American League. That didn't happen. And Mike Scioscia, I have a lot of respect for Mike Scioscia. He's a great manager. But some way, somehow, when it comes to the Angels getting to a play-in game or a playoff series, the Angels just are a team that chokes. Ever since 2002, when the Angels won the World Series, they have been 10-22 in the last 32 playoff games. That's a bad stat. That's a bad stat.
Not to mention, too, if the Angels, look, Mike Scioscia, look how long this guy's been the manager for.
Yep.
He's got to be the longest tenure manager in baseball. That I know of.
Yeah, he's got to be. Yeah, what has he been there, 15, 16 years?
What was his first year, like 2000, 2001?
He took over for Terry Collins, and I believe his first year was 2002. And he's had great Angel teams, but the Angels, for some reason, always get there, fall and fold and give up. Now, another team that I did mention before was the Boston Red Sox, Frank. This team had high expectations coming in. They will not be making the playoffs, like you said, Jeff, for the second year in a row. Now the Red Sox bring in the guy I just mentioned with the Tigers, Dave Dombrowski. The big question, Frank, what can Dave Dombrowski bring to the Boston Red Sox?
Well, the first thing Dave Dombrowski is going to do is he's going to fire the manager.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's not his guy. It's not his guy.
That's fine. Hey, if you're John Farrell, that's fine. Sit on your butt and collect a paycheck. That's fine with me.
I have said all along that John Farrell will not be fired as the manager of the
Okay, let me ask you a question, Sean. Okay?
Yeah.
General
I'm
manager.
stepping out of this one.
Well, you're going to answer it the same way it should be answered, Frank.
Well, I want to hear you two first.
New general manager comes onto a team. What's usually the first thing he does?
Gets rid of the manager.
There, you just answered your own freaking question, didn't you? You could kiss his. The extension that John Farrell signed. That paper ain't worth crap because Dombrowski's going to fire his ass.
The only thing it's worth is that he can collect a paycheck pending he doesn't resign.
What's going to end up happening with the Red Sox is that they know very, very well that there will be major decisions that have to be made. First, the Red Sox need to do something, which is it's not a rebuilding process. They got the right man in Dombrowski because of his experience. That's why I love the move back in August. Because I
don't know why they re-signed Farrell when the last two seasons that team has been, except for this year, almost dead last.
I can blame it on a couple factors. I can blame it on bad pitching,
Farrell's fault,
and even hitting.
Well, you know what? That's the manager's fault right there. I'm telling you right now, that extension that he signed, that paper ain't worth crap because he's going to get fired because Dombrowski's going to want his own guy in there. You know that as well as I do, Sean.
I know I keep on mentioning this about Pablo Sandoval, but you take a look at what happened in Atlanta. What does that tell you?
It tells me one thing, okay, with Pablo Sandoval. There's going to be another big possibility, another big change in the upcoming
He sucked this year,
in the upcoming few months, either November or December.
You mean the fat bastard? You mean the fat bastard?
That's right. Yes, the fat bastard.
And that is that Pablo Sandoval,
fat bastard,
most likely could possibly be let go and traded because he signed a 5-year contract with the Red Sox last year in November. So if that happens, then that maybe is a good thing because maybe Sandoval cannot handle the big pressure of playing with the Boston Red Sox. And so with the Reds, and then I know that David Ortiz,
he would probably play better if he lost some weight.
Now he could go work out with David Ortiz because what does Ortiz do after the season? He lifts weights. He's already preparing for next season.
Yeah,
and
he's
David
eating
Ortiz,
fried chicken and drinking beer. That's what he's doing. That's his workout.
David Ortiz says, too, Frank, that he will be coming back next year. I applaud it. I love it. The guy has done so much for the team, and I'm so happy Ortiz wants to come back.
Hey, really quick, really quick, before we run to an update, did you see this? I saw this on FoxSports.com. Here's the headline. You ready?
Okay.
Especially
go ahead.
Especially for you, Frank.
Shoot it to me.
Who wants to donate to the Get Bartman to the Cubs wild card game crowdfunding campaign?
Wait, what does this involve? This involves having Steve Bartman present at the playoff.
I'll read you the headline again.
Go ahead.
Who wants to donate to the, in quotations now, Get Bartman to Cubs wild card game crowdfunding campaign? How about that?
Bartman is up to these days.
There's a fan out there who has forgiven Steve Bartman and wants to raise enough money in crowdfunding to send him to the Pirate Cubby games in Pittsburgh, pay for his hotel, his airfare, for the ticket, and some spending money. If they don't get in touch with Bartman in time, all the money that they raised, he's going to donate to Alzheimer's Association if they can't get Bartman to go. Now, here's what the funny thing about it is.
Okay.
4 people have donated a total amount of... Take a guess.
Okay, I'll say give or take $1,500.
Sean?
I'm going to go with Frank on that, $1,500 for a prediction.
Okay, $1,500.
$50.
Oh, $50. Oh.
Dude, wait, wait. The $50 between how many people?
So
you said
4.
Correct?
4 people have donated a total of $50.
Okay, so you're taking a look at average.
It's almost $10 a person.
I can tell you. I can do math very well.
It's like $12 a person.
$12.50 on average. These people have been donating.
Yeah, and they want to raise $5,000.
Well, I don't know why this guy is forgiving Steve Bartman. Steve Bartman didn't do anything wrong. If anything, these people need to ask Steve Bartman.
How great is that, though? Here it is. In what does not outwardly appear to be a joke, one self-proclaimed lifelong Cubs fan is seeking to orchestrate an offering to Bartman. Forgiveness and a sweet accommodation package worth $5,000, including the cost of attendance at the NL wildcard game between the Pirates and the Cubs, which will likely take place in Pittsburgh. Okay?
Let me ask you guys this question. You've seen Steve Bartman with the Cubs hat, the hood, the black hoodie with the white or the green turtleneck and the headphones, correct? Do you guys know what Steve Bartman even looks like now?
Nobody knows.
Exactly.
He went into... We'll talk more about this with Steve Bartman after this update.
All right, let's run to our final update of the day. Final update of the day is brought to you by JockJournal.com. Head on over to JockJournal.com and check out all their opinion pieces and discussion writings about every single NFL team. It's JockJournal.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the last update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 32 minutes after the hour on this 1st of October, 2015, Thursday. The NFL, one game for tonight on the CBS and the NFL Network, called by Jim Nantz and Phil Simms. It'll be the Baltimore Ravens, who are 0-3, 0-2 on the road. They're taking on a Pittsburgh Steelers team, which is 2-1 overall and 1-0 at home. Michael Vick will make his starting quarterback debut for the injured Ben Roethlisberger. In Major League Baseball, here's the action that we got going on right now as we speak. The Brewers and the Padres, there's no score in that one. The Red Sox and the Yankees. Red Sox going for the sweep tonight. They're taking them on right now. It's top half of the second inning, playing in a rainy Yankee Stadium. Twins and the Indians, there's no score in this one. The Twins need playoff luck on their side. They even have a chance to even maybe get the number 2 AL wild card. They're taking on the Indians, and they have to win all of their games this weekend to even have a shot. The Nationals of the Braves, there's a 1-0 lead for the Nationals in that one, since the Nationals and Braves are pretty much done. Marlins and the Rays, there's 1-0 Tampa Bay Rays in that one. Finals from today, the Orioles 6, the Blue Jays 4, the Phillies 3, Mets 0, Cubs 5, Reds 3, Dodgers 3, Giants 2, the Angels at the Rangers, Royals at the White Sox, and lastly, the Rockies are taking on the Diamondbacks. I'm Sean Mann for the last sports update of the day. This update was brought to you by JockJournal.com. When we come back from this commercial break and update, more sports talk with Jeff Eskow, Frank Sprenkel, and Sean Mann.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hello there. I'm a famous actor. Pretty sure you know who I am. And when I want to know what's going on in the sports world, I tune into Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central,
figure it out.
Oh, Sean
I just did.
Oh, Sean Beechin, he's got to say more words. Holy cannoli. So before we went to break, we were talking about a GoFundMe campaign or a crowdfunding campaign to get Steve Bartman to go to the wild card game between Pittsburgh and the Cubbies.
So this will not go away, will it?
No, it won't.
It will never go away. Suppose the Cubs were to win it, you know very well what's going to end up happening after a last out was recorded. I'll bring back. Sorry for Jeff for doing this. I know I don't like being a homer, and I've been working very hard on this, but I can tell you that after the last out was recorded, I'll take the Red Sox, for example. The Red Sox win the World Series, and when they put the signs up, "We forgive Bill Buckner," that's exactly what's going to happen with Steve Bartman, because
you're right.
He knows very well that the Cub fans, he's like public enemy, he is public enemy number one. And we don't, like you said, Frank, during commercial break, and what you've said on the last segment, where since we're talking about the ups and downs of baseball, the surprise teams, we don't even know what Steve Bartman's doing these days. But
Do you know what he looks like? Do you know what Steve Bartman looks like?
No.
I don't.
I'm sure, though, that Steve Bartman realizes that every day he has to wake up with that nasty reputation about how people attack him and about how he felt really, really bad that he cost the Cubs the chance to finally get to the World Series since 1945.
Wait. Did you just say Steve Bartman caused the Cubs?
Apparently, with all the Cub fans saying that the reason they lost that World Series was because...
Well, they lost the next game. It's not his fault.
Dude, these Cub fans are idiots. Seriously. I'm not.
I think that sometimes the Red Sox and the Cub fans would be idiots too. What I'm getting at is that with Buckner, when his error happened, the Red Sox fans attacked him because of the mistake. It's just a game. We've seen blunders. We've seen errors. Why do it's so sad? Okay, this is what really gets me upset and irked. We're human. We're not perfect. We know mistakes are going to be made. Fans take it so personally and go right after somebody who's involved with the play. And so Bartman has to be public enemy number one. I watched a documentary, everybody. I watched a documentary called Catching Hell.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yes, and it had a lot to do with Bartman and the blunder. And then it even talked about the Red Sox. And Buckner got interviewed about what that experience was like for him when he went through 18 years of catching hell because of a ball that went right between his legs.
Mistakes. Yeah, it intertwines what Steve Bartman went through as opposed to Bill Buckner. But here's the thing about Bill Buckner I don't remember who said this, but somebody said Steve Bartman never signed up for this. You got to understand, Bill Buckner did. Bill Buckner was a ball player here. He did commit the error. I'm not going to fault directly Bill Buckner, but that is true. Bill Buckner, well, he committed the error. I mean, he's the well-known factor here. Nobody knew who Steve Bartman was before this. People knew who Bill Buckner was. He was the celebrity in all of this.
I could say this. The way I look at it, Jeff and Frank, suppose the Cubs do represent the National League. They go to the World Series. Maybe Bartman will be just like Bill Buckner. Bill Buckner talked about how he could never even have a chance to watch that 2004 World Series because he's thinking of 1986. I'm sure Bartman would be the same way. He'd be like, I can't bring myself to watch the 2015 Fall Classic because of what I did to cost the Cubs the chance. Because I know he has to live with that, and everybody shows the replays of him reaching out and grabbing the ball and saying, but Bartman, you cost us that series. You cost us the chance.
Let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this. Did it ever occur to you that maybe, just maybe, that Steve Bartman will be in attendance?
Never.
You never know.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Who's going to know Steve Bartman in the entire ballpark?
It's not going to happen. What's up, Joshy?
What up?
How you doing, buddy?
Dude. Yes, we can start the shock therapy.
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to run to a final commercial break right now, and then we'll come back and we'll do what we need to do.
Okay.
All right? That sound fair? Because we got the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour to get to. We're going to do that for the rest of the end of the show.
Do we want to make our pick?
We got to make our picks, too, so we'll make our picks. And we'll figure it out during commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Showman, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankelon.
Sports World Radio!
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Okay, so we got a lot to do in our last segment here on Sports World Radio. So what we're going to do and what we decided during the commercial break, and, oh, by the way, if you want to hear what we talk about during the commercial breaks, all you have to do is head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. That's sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com. Head on over there, and you get to listen to every single commercial break that we take on every single show we have. All the months are there from March all the way up to September. We're in October right now. October's not in because it's day one, but all of September will be in tonight. Half of September is all in already. Head on over to sportshorts.sportsworldradio.com and check it out. All right, so we're going to make our picks first. I want to introduce the gang. Let's start off really quick. You guys know that Sean's with me. You guys know that Frank's with me. But the producer and program directors finally showed up. About freaking time, ya hump. Josh Lopez.
Love.
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing fine. How about you guys?
I'm doing good. Okay, so we're going to make our picks really quick, and then we're going to get on to our favorite segment of the show. And I'm kind of glad that you actually saved it for last. That's a great way to end the show. So,
well, just doing my job.
Yeah, hey, great way to do it. Okay, so who wants to go first?
All right, so we talk about Baltimore-Pittsburgh. You know what? Baltimore Ravens. Michael Vick, you're going to lose tonight.
You're taking Baltimore, huh?
I say they're going to get their first win tonight. Michael Vick, to me, doesn't have it.
I kind of agree with you.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
Whoa!
I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to go with the upset because, listen, they have had trouble winning, and what we saw last week against the Cincinnati Bengals, who knows what that means in terms of a lack of confidence. And on top of that, they haven't had much of an opportunity, guys, to prepare because of the short week. I just don't think their first win's coming tonight.
You just say that because Mark Trestman is the offensive coordinator. You can't let it go, kid.
Did I mention Mark Trestman? Dude, did I put Mark Trestman? Dude, I was happy he was relieved.
Josh, your thoughts on the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game tonight?
I'll go with Baltimore 21-10.
Ooh.
Wow, really? You've even given us a score, huh?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wow. Really? Giving us
Jeff?
a score. I'm going with Baltimore. You think I'm freaking picking Michael Vick in Pittsburgh? Are you kidding me? What, Michael Vick's had 3 days to practice with this? I'll get the hell out of here. It's going to be Baltimore. No doubt about it, Baltimore.
All right, let's get into it, Sean.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Skip Bayless Bash Challenge.
Skippy Bayless said that, My Dallas Cowboys will teach the New Orleans Saints a lesson on Sunday Night Football.
In what?
And how to be a real football team.
And a lesson, how to lose a football game to a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
It's the battle of two backup quarterbacks anyway.
Oh, I don't know. Drew Brees might play.
I doubt it.
Which I think would hurt the team even more if he did.
Skippy Bayless said that, my Cleveland Cavaliers better get the streamers out because they're the only team that will win the NBA Finals.
He's starting already?
Yep,
Correct.
He's starting already. There you go.
Yeah, Jeff. Well, come on, Jeff. Get that confetti out. Aren't you ready?
No, I'm not ready. I'm boycotting every goddamn game LeBron plays.
Oh, everyone.
Whoa.
Only time I will watch the Cleveland Cavaliers this year if they play the New York Knicks. That's it.
All right. Skippy Bayless says that Tony Romo is way better than Jim McMahon.
Let's see. Jim McMahon has the Super Bowl, and Tony Romo. Hey, Jeff, have you ever noticed this past week with Josh reading the Skippy quotes about how much he thinks that Tony Romo is the best
Yeah,
quarterback?
so far this week, he said Tony Romo is better than Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Roger Staubach.
Correct.
And now Jim McMahon.
Yeah.
I tell you, Jeff, when you win the part on Big Brother, and if Skippy does, I know you're going to hit him with that right off the bat.
Don't worry, I got plenty of ammo to throw at this douche canoe.
Douche canoe. Skippy Bayless said that the Boston Celtics will finish last in the Atlantic Division.
He's just saying that to piss Sean off.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hey, Skip, scratch my ass, you idiot. Do you even know the Celtics history? I don't think you do. Shut your yap.
Hey, Morgan, you hear that? Skip Bayless thinks that Tony Romo is better than Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Roger Staubach, and Jim McMahon. What a schmuck. This guy's living in fantasy world.
He's living in La La Land.
Skippy Bayless said that Joe Madden is the most overrated coach in sports today.
It's a manager. It's a manager.
That's just to piss Frank off.
He just, yeah, it is. Dude, it's a manager.
I don't think Skip Bayless, of all people, is worried about what Frank Sprinkle thinks. I mean, you have to watch the show to actually get the quotes.
No, but Frank is kind of right, though. He's a manager.
He's a manager.
No, so I'm saying, he's only saying that to piss Frank off. How does Skippy know if somebody from Bumble Hell, middle of nowhere, Indiana's favorite team?
Dude, he may be listening. Don't you think he may be listening to us?
He probably's got his crack producer listening to it or whatever.
Yeah, but that producer has probably relays it to him.
The producer probably does all Skip Bayless's work.
Correct.
Yeah, because his producers and assistants do the research for him because he sits around and does nothing.
Correctamundo, my friend.
Skippy Bayless said that LeBron James will be better than Julius Erving at the end of his career.
Dr. J?
You want to know something? You want to know
and
something?
He's a better dunker, too. That's what he said.
If it wasn't for Dr. J, there would be no anybody else.
Yeah, so there would be no LeBron.
There'd be no Michael. There'd be no Kobe. There'd be no LeBron.
And think about the old ABA, Jeff, since you grew up with the ABA.
There'd be no Magic. There'd be no Larry. There'd be none of that. Because I can guarantee you, every one of those people took something from Dr. J's game.
That's true.
Skippy Bayless said that Stu Gatz is the next big thing in professional broadcasting.
Stu Gatz sucks the big one.
We know how Jeff feels about watching Stu Gatz.
I can't stand that son of a bitch. How do you get a radio show talking like this for 4 hours? Who the hell wants to listen to this for 4 hours?
I don't want to. I don't want to because you know what? If I do, my mind is going to go insane and I am going to need to be institutionalized forever, ever.
That guy's nuts. I don't know how he can talk like that. Doing that just hurts my throat alone, man.
That actually his real voice.
Skippy Bayless.
That's his real voice, man. You've ever heard Stu Gatz before?
Yeah, I have. That's why I'm asking. Is it really his voice?
That's his voice.
Skippy Bayless said that John Farrell needs to be fired on Monday.
He gets an extension, and you're saying he needs to be fired? What the heck is up with this? Good treat.
You know what they're going to do? You know what John Farrell's going to do with that extension? He's going to wipe his ass with it.
Sean, you don't sound like an objective broadcaster.
I'm upset about this. All year.
I'm right, buddy.
You know what, Dom? Hey, you know what, Dombrowski's going to use? You know what Dombrowski's going to do to that contract when he fires him? He's going to wipe his ass with it.
Sure, Jeff. That's easy for you to say. Yeah, right. I believe that Farrell will be back as manager.
Dombrowski ain't going to do crap for the Red Sox anyway. He's too old and he hasn't done anything in 20 years.
Hey, Josh, my reply is scratch my ass, Josh.
Oh, scratch my ass. Then that's why the Tigers got swept in the World Series, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, big deal for them Browns.
White Sox haven't done anything in, let's see.
We're talking about the Tigers.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Tigers. You always got to switch up the subject to make yourself feel better. What do my teams have to do with the Detroit Tigers?
Just that they fail and they suck and they fold and they give up?
No, you're just changing up the subject because you can't accept the truth.
Why don't we go to the next Skippy quote there? Josh?
Skippy Bayless said that the Jacksonville Jaguars will rout the Indianapolis Colts.
Don't see it happening.
Jeff, that happens. The Nationals say 2 down and 7 to go, Jeff.
I'm gonna let you on a little secret, okay? Because tomorrow night there's no NFL show on Saturday. We're doing it tomorrow night in the second half of our regular show. I'm telling you right now, I'm picking Jacksonville to score the fewest points of the week.
All right, I got one more quote here, and then I'm going to head out. Skippy Bayless said that Brock Lesnar will get murdered by Big Show on Saturday.
That's going to be a good match, but I still think Brock's going to win. You know, as long as Brock Lesnar doesn't grab a chair and start beating the hell out of him, like he did last time, right? Then Big Show's got a chance. If Big Show punches him in the face, I don't think the first one's going to do it. He might have to do it a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I would like to see the Big Show win, but I don't think it's happening. You think Brock Lesnar could suplex City that guy?
Yes.
Easily?
Yes.
Really?
Skippy Bayless said that Drew Carey deserves more respect as a comedian.
Drew Carey? Why?
I haven't heard very much from him. I remember him from Whose Lines.
Drew Carey is the host of The Price is Right. He ain't a comedian no more.
I've never been a big fan of Drew Carey.
Why not? What's the matter with you?
We have Drew Carey's freaking lookalike on the show every day.
And who are you referring to?
You.
Me? Because I wear the black glasses? Oh, my
Yeah, you kind of look like you're Drew Carey Jr. around here. You should know that.
I wouldn't say the glasses, the facial expression.
Yeah. Actually, you look more like the old Drew Carey because the new Drew Carey is skinny as hell now.
Yeah, we should do a Sports World Radio lookalike.
And I'm pretty sure that Drew Carey goes to Walmart and gets a haircut.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Frank's Bill Clinton, right?
In fact, I'm 100%.
Bill Clinton, really?
In fact, I'm 100% sure he doesn't go to Walmart to get a haircut.
Yeah. Walmart.
You know
hey,
what?
Frank, have you ever been to Walmart to get a haircut before?
I didn't even know they offered a haircut.
Thank you very much.
Well, then I give you 3 an assignment. Go to the nearest Walmart, get yourself a haircut, and report back to me.
Hey, Sean?
I live in a big city. There is none.
Hey, Sean, I was at Walmart today.
Yes?
Grocery shopping today at the Super Walmart. There ain't no freaking haircut place in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't they have like Subways or McDonald's?
In fact, I went up and I asked the manager, and the manager looked at me like I was nuts.
Really?
Haircut she said to me, who gets a haircut at Walmart? And I said, my co-host on my radio show does.
Oh, no. You got no!
Talk about being weird.
On that note,
What do you mean? Hold it. You could get your hair shampooed, and they can wash your hair and cut it. Yeah, and then you'll feel really, really good.
Only you get a haircut at Walmart.
That's right. It was a good one, too.
Oh, my God.
Frank, you could go get a haircut at Walmart, and they could shampoo your hair and wash it.
Frank, I want you to go to Walmart, take a video camera, and have them videotape you getting a haircut at Walmart.
Wait, how can I? There's not a Walmart around me that offers.
See?
There's
nothing.
How can I do that?
You don't have a Walmart in Bumble Blue Bee, Indiana?
Well, sure we do, but they have a Subway, and that's about it.
That's so funny. I was at the Super Walmart today, and I asked the lady. She goes, "No, who the hell gets a haircut at Walmart? My co-host does."
Let me ask you, do they have McDonald's or Subway?
They got none of that crap there where I go.
Oh, I thought typically a Walmart always has a McDonald's or Subway.
And then this one, they got people walking around. Would you like an appetizer? See, this one's fancy.
Hey, Josh, they got a Subway there at the Walmart, too, when I go there. And I usually go to eat at the Subway.
And?
Okay,
and
you know what?
And the point is that there's a lot to do there.
And on that note, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us.
Therapy at Walmart, like physical therapy?
No, they should, though, because I could use it. Let's get the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun. I hope you did, too. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
For Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio. Peace out, bitches. We will see you tomorrow.
Goodbye and have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Sports World Radio with your hosts, Jeff Escal and Sean Mann. Online at SportsWorldRadio.com. Sports World Radio, the equal opportunity ripper. We'll catch you next time.